What's up, guys? Tim Little. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today's video taking you along for a day out on the water, some wintertime fishing. Gonna be throwing some swim baits, some A-rigs. Hopefully we don't have to finesse. Should be a good one. Let's go. All right, guys, so first spot, just basically by where I launched at, little arm off of the main river. Gonna see if there's bait and fish pushed here in the back. So recently we've had some crazy weather, crazy cold weather. Water temps mid to high 40s. So hopefully that didn't, I haven't been out since the big storm, so hopefully when the lake froze over, hopefully that didn't produce a big shad, you know, die off with that cold weather, but we'll find out today. So I'm gonna start off with throwing a rig, a jerk bait, underspin, lipless, blade bait, and then we'll kind of adjust from there. So let's get started. Another wrong species. That is a nice white. Calm down, bud. Hey. Come on. One of these is going to be a bass. So all I'm doing, I'm fishing a point out here, coming out into the river channel, and fishing the break. See some arches down there. You know, fishery like Chickamauga, you never know what the species are. There's so many species in this lake, but a lot of times big old bass will be mixed in with the white bass, the yellows, the crappie and such. So gonna see if we can pick off a few more, or maybe get a largemouth bite and then jump to the next spot. Another one on the mini rig. Come on. It's the wrong species. Doing the right things though. Like I said, they're out there off on that point, right on the break, the river channel. So we'll keep running this pattern and see if we can run into some actual largemouth, maybe some smallmouth, some spots. rocking. Nice one. Choke that mini rig. Got it. Thanks, dude. From our new tactical, the mini flex rig, running 3.8s on the back. Actually, these are 3.3s on the back, 2.8s up front. Just a real compact, finessey rig. Just slow rolling it just off bottom. That fish knocks slack in my line. Ooh. Nice largie. That's good. On the mini rig. There's a few of them out there too. Looks like a school. Try and get back out there. Thanks, bud. All right, so I was hoping to get that school fired up. Didn't talk after that last catch. Kind of fish scale on the mic. Basically super slow today, no current. We did have some rain come through. I'll probably cut that out because I didn't catch any fish in that rainstorm. Had to put the mic away. But it's just kind of not a lot of activity. I'm trying that jerk bait, but obviously that works better when there's a little bit of wind, a little bit of movement, some current. But just basically slow rolling this little mini rig. You know, these are the days, right? You downsize just like you would with a drop shot or any other bait. Just downsizing that rig. I'm throwing the 3.3s. I have the 2.8s on there. It's a really small rig, just finessey. Actually throwing it on 16-pound fluorocarbon. Slick calm, good visibility. So I'm gonna keep running this pattern, but it's gonna be a grind. So hopefully I can find a wad of fish somewhere in the back of a cut or a mouth or a point out on the main river. But so far it's been one here, one there, and few in between. So let's keep going. That was so awesome. Saw that one sitting at the top of that bush. That was super cool. Another nice one on that mini rig. I could see just a little bit of a brush pile or something just off the bottom, maybe 2 or 3 feet tall, with a nice bright blob sitting on the top of it. And I brought this rig right across so I wouldn't hit the tree as soon as I came across. Dong! Super cool. All right, that was a good little stop. Picked up 2 nice largemouth. Kind of a weird weather day too. You know, it was slick calm earlier when I was talking to you guys. It was slick calm. Now it just seems like it's about to storm. Got a little bit of ripple, a little bit of breeze. So hopefully that will kind of trigger these fish into more of a reactive mood and start eating better. But like I said, it's been a grind, but on our way to a nice healthy limit, and we'll keep running this downriver and hopefully fill out our limit and catch a big one. Another nice one. Got him. Thanks, dude. Got 2 in the mouth, huh? Trying to eat the whole little mini rig. Nice healthy fish. Thanks, dude. Just creeping that thing just off bottom. I'm not even adding a lot of reel twitches. Maybe every 10 or 12, just giving a little bit of flutter, but it's cold water. Flutter. A little bit of a pop or a reel twitch. That one was mush bite, and I just kind of loaded up into it. But got 2 of the hook baits. Pretty cool. How crazy is that? I'm fishing, I'm like, that hat, that's a hat. I've seen that hat before. Who was wearing it? I think Luke.
That's like 1 in a million right there.
Yeah, it might have cleaned it off a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of dirty.
Well, it's kind of wet now.
That's okay.
What, did it just blow off when you guys were running?
Oh yeah, it did.
I didn't even know it. You never did even tell me.
What's that?
I figured it was on the bottom.
You never did even tell me it blew off. They said you found it.
Sure, you were running wide open in that bass cat.
No, not me. No, I don't drive very fast.
I don't even know how I realized that it was your hat. Maybe I don't know. But you know what it is? It's good luck for wearing that hoodie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm telling you.
All right, guys.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
See?
We'll see you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Got it. Ooh, that bass is cold. That is a cold bass. Choke that thing, dude. I do believe that is limit fish. Nothing to write home about, but has been a grind today. We got 4 of the good ones to go with them. Thanks, bud. 4 of the good ones to go with them, but you know, I'm sitting here thinking, you know, what can I teach on this video? You know, it's one of those days you get out, you're excited to go. First half an hour, 45 minutes, you realize, might be one of those days, you know, just a grinder of a day. You know, I've seen fish at almost every stop I've made. Some wanted to play, some didn't, but if you go back, basically caught one. There was one spot where he caught 2, but caught 1 fish at each stop. It was just a slow pace, slow grind. On these days, it's really important. You can see I got 4 rods back there, I got 3 up here, 3 over here, 1 in my hand. It's really important not to just be jumping around and throwing a bunch of different baits. You know, if you find something where you're getting bit on, you know, bites on, just stick with it and just grind it out. You know, I've picked up the jerk bait a couple times when the wind has popped up, but other than that, man, it's been this little mini rig. I have a full size rig tied on, but I haven't even picked it up because the water's just so, I mean, even this rig is just so cold. I think we're up to 48 degrees now. It was 44 when I launched, but you know, it's just cold. And these fish are just kind of glued to bottom. So just slow rolling this thing just off of bottom. But on these days when it's gonna be a grind and you're not finesse fishing, just stick with the confidence baits, maybe your 1 or 2 or 3 confidence baits, and then just chuck and wind, man. Just cover water and you know, try and when you do get bit, make sure that you did retie, that your baits are rigged right. You don't want to miss bites on days like this when the bites are few and far between. All right, guys, gonna wrap it up there. Storm's coming in, gonna lose daylight here shortly, but fun day, a grinder. And the one thing that I want to emphasize, I talked about it a little bit earlier in this video, is these are the days that your mind is really going, right? You're fishing a spot, you're like, I wonder if they're doing this, I wonder if they're doing that, I wonder if I can catch them on this, or I wonder if I can catch them on that. And if you get caught up too much in your mind, you don't focus on what you're fishing because the bite is so slow. You know, I had heard that it's been tough out here, you know, especially after the lake froze over, right? You know, some of that, those cold bass I caught back in that arm, I mean, it was mid 40s. Those bass were cold. So, but still got a 5 fish limit, caught some white bass as well. But it's really hard to stay mentally focused when the bite is tough, because you're always, at least I am, maybe I'm not the majority, but if you are like me, you're always thinking about the next spot, or you know, trying to build that pattern, right? So you're trying to think about the next spot, where you're gonna go next, how you're gonna catch them. And if you move too quickly, or if you jump through your bait lineup too quickly, when you're only getting 5 or 6 or 7 bites a day, it's really possible that you miss those fish. And the other thing is, make sure the days like this that you're retying, you're checking your hook points, you're checking your swim baits, making sure they're swimming correctly, because you need to do everything you can to put the odds in your favor, especially if you're in a tournament situation and you have to catch a 5 fish limit. You want to capitalize when you do get those bites. So make sure that your gear is good. So those are my 2 tips for you. But a great day. The only rain just a little bit, didn't storm too bad. But you can see I got crankbait, swim bait, blade bait, 2 A-rigs, 2 jerk baits. I got a swim bait, 2 lipless, a finesse swim bait. I have all sorts of rods on the deck, but it was obvious that they wanted that slow rolled A-rig, that little mini rig. kind of show that to you guys real quick. Show you my setup. You know, I talked about it. Those are 2.8s and 3.3s. What's cool is those are still Matt Allen heads, so those are real stout hooks. So even if you catch a 10-pound largemouth, you're not going to bend those hooks out. But today, again, I went with that finessier rig, 16-pound Sunline fluorocarbon. You guys know normally I'm fishing braid to leader on my air rigs, but today was just one of those days that I felt like that finesse deal was gonna be the deal. So all in all, a great day. If you guys have any questions, please leave those down below in the comment section. I'll try to get to those as soon as possible. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you learned something from this video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys on the next video.